Welcome back to the morning show right here on Channel 18. Before we chat with our first guest, a big thanks to Middle Park Medical Center, our state-of-the-art medical services right here in Grand County. A lot of services are satellite in, so you don't have to go to the city. Check them out at mpmc.org. Our first guest is Anna and Cray with the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust, also known as Colorado Headwaters Land Trust.org, if you're checking them out on the website. Did I get it right?
That's right.
It's a mouthful. So, Anna, you are the interim executive director.
Yep.
And Craig, you're with the board.
President of the board of directors. Yep.
And so let's just start by saying, what is the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust?
Well, we are a 501c3 nonprofit located in our offices in Granby.
We have tons of nonprofits
in this
county. We have such a wonderful local support of all nonprofits. So you are one of the important ones.
Yeah. So we conserve land, and our primary land conservation tool is the conservation easement, which is a binding legal agreement between a private landowner and us, the land trust. And what a conservation easement is it permanently restricts development, subdivision, and other uses on private land, and it protects it forever.
You say permanently, so the landowner signs up with you, and then it's not a 5-year deal. They don't say, all right, I'm ready to be done with that and move on, do something else with my land.
It sticks with any new owner, sale of the properties perpetually, yep.
So what would be a motivator for a landowner? I mean, is there pressure on them to do this, or is this something that they do out of the goodness or wanting to conserve?
Yeah, there's some landowners that do it just because they are conservationists and they want to know what happens to their land when they no longer own the land. But there are significant financial incentives for landowners that choose to put their land under conservation easement.
Okay, so they get paid something for this. It's not just giving it away, and they still pay the taxes on the land. And
Yeah, and a big reason a lot of landowners that own bigger ranches do it is for estate planning purposes. When you put your land under conservation easement, it lowers the property value of your land, which lowers the estate taxes. So it allows them to pass on their land to the next generation.
Okay, so that's one motivator. Another one would be, as you said, to conserve it too for future generations.
Yep.
And then, so with the pay, how does that work? Is there per acre? Do they look at the quality of the land? If it's a riverfront land versus water access?
There's a specific appraisal that's done.
Okay.
We have land conservation easement appraisers, and that's their specialty.
If I have an acre of sagebrush, it's not going to get the same as some guy that's got a beautiful property right on the Colorado River.
So it's the size of the property, the quality of the land, if water rights that are of great value are included, lots of different factors that the appraiser looks at.
So now you've got an easement, and what's important about having this? Like, what does it do? It preserves the land. Does it help with wildlife? What are we kind of after, the ultimate goal?
Yeah, one of the main goals for conservation easements is that it protects this beautiful scenic viewshed that we have in Colorado. In Grand County, it's a lot of the big reason why people visit Grand County, why people live in Grand County. So if you drive down Highway 40 and you see all these beautiful ranches or beautiful open space, you know that viewshed is protected forever. So that's a huge benefit to the public. There's a huge wildlife benefit, as wildlife usually move north to south down to the rivers, and conservation easements can link federally protected Forest Service or BLM to privately protected conservation easement as wildlife migrate and move. So that's another big benefit to the public.
So you mentioned driving down Highway 40 and seeing all this beautiful scenery. How would that relate to like Summit County or something where you might go to a more developed area locally? Would they have something like this as well, or is that kind of what's happened as they've developed all these properties? So,
well, Anna's example is clearly seen in western Grand County. The Kremling,
absolutely beautiful,
to partial, just beautiful open lands, ranches, working ranches, and kind of more of a lack of residential and commercial development.
So where did the name Colorado Headwaters come from? Is it all Colorado Headwaters? What is the land?
Yeah, well, so we used to be called Middle Park Land Trust, and no one really knew what Middle Park was. So in 2013...
When was this? How far back does this date?
Yeah, so we started in 1995.
So at the time, there's zero easements?
Yeah,
there's nothing.
Grand County has no land trust, and 21 years ago, we started the Grand County Land Conservancy. And that name changed to Middle Park Land Trust, and then 3 years ago we changed our name to Colorado Headwaters Land Trust. And we did that because the headwaters of the Colorado River are right here in Grand County in Rocky Mountain National Park. And we wanted to emphasize that and also emphasize our focus, which is to really focus on protecting lands that are adjacent to the Colorado River and its headwater tributaries.
So we are the headwaters to the river that made the Grand Canyon, that goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. So
it's a big deal.
Very important to protect us. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about fundraising and some other aspects that go along with the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust. Check these guys out, coloradoheadwaterslandtrust.org. Once again, we got Anna and Cray here, and we'll be back shortly.
Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Here is your country. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance of the sacred heritage for your children and your children's children."
Conservation efforts made today will save us from ourselves tomorrow. Please join us in protecting Grand County's spectacular landscapes.